Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're out here on this CFMoto Cforce 800 touring. So we've had this quad, I would say, about 4 months now. So this is kind of like a mid to long-term review video. We've got about 200 miles on this thing. So not a lot, but they are pretty rough miles. We've been doing a lot of hard riding on this throughout the wintertime. But this is going to be like a long-term, mid-term review impressions video, as well as an Alaska breakup season mud ride. So we're gonna have a lot of mud out here, still some leftover snow, but everything's drying up really quick. I just want to do a little bit of video showing you what Alaska looks like during breakup season. So we're looking to get into some mud, and this is gonna be a fun one. Like and subscribe, guys. Let's get into it. So we're out here on this evening ride on the old CFMoto 800. Now, I haven't done a solo ride on this thing in quite a while, but this thing had a lot of views. I mean, this is a very popular quad because of the value and the quality that it packs. I mean, a lot of people are looking for Can-Am's two-up riding capabilities. Well, this has pretty much the same exact layout and everything. So a great quad if you're looking to do two-up riding. And I have the Can-Am Outlander as well with the two-up, and this thing right here for $6,000 less than what I paid for mine. This thing is a steal every day. It doesn't matter how you slice it. This thing is a heck of a deal. So we're gonna go out just on this evening. It's breakup season here in Alaska, so all the snow's melting. It's a lot of mud. Last weekend was even worse. It was tons of water and mud everywhere. But it seems to be like everything's drying up a little bit right now. But we're gonna go out, see what we can get into. Down through here we might see how fast we can get this thing up to. I haven't done that yet. This thing's pretty much broken in now, so up here, which I think there might be. I don't know, on the way back we'll try to do a test on it. Let's see if we can get over in here, see what kind of mud and stuff we can get into. Okay, that was a big hole. Did not expect that. Whoa, I got soaked. I just got soaked big time. Hopefully the camera lens isn't too bad. Lots of water. You know, I'm still blown away at the power that this CFMoto has. I mean, it feels as powerful as my Can-Am 850 Outlander. Just the power delivery this thing has, it seems like it's got a turbo on it. Listen to it. We just have this in two-wheel drive right now, but we're gonna have to put it in four-wheel. But man, this thing just puts the power down. Real deep water hole right here. There we go, we didn't have to put a four-wheel drive on. I did throw the four-wheel drive on just real quick. We're gonna hit this last, it's probably the last time we're gonna be able to hit this snow. Oh man, it's still deep right here. We got it in four-wheel drive, but she is digging. There we go. Oh, all the snow is about gone. Over. Man, when it hits that gravel, it just hooks. All right, we're gonna throw this thing back in two-wheel drive. I swear to God, you almost feel like you're on a sport quad with some of these new quads. They're just so powerful. We're gonna go ahead and put this back in two-wheel. Man, this thing just has the grunt to it. Little whoops. Oh shoot, that was sand dune. Not gonna lie, that's pretty fun. I like coming out here and just playing around on these little hills. It's just pretty fun. The thing I like about this quad is that it's so affordable that still you get all of the benefits that these expensive quads have. I mean, it's just top notch as far as quality control goes. I have no complaints really at all. And the power is good. It's not like you're getting skimped at all on the power. This thing puts it down. I mean, anybody's gonna be happy and impressed with this thing. I haven't rode one of the 1000 CFMotos, but I would be hard pressed to say that it's pretty good as well. So I know this is kind of just like a ride-along video, but this is also, I would say, about a 4-month review. So not super long term, but for a 2025, and we've got 200 miles on this thing, and this is pretty hard miles too. This isn't like we're just cruising around. These are pretty hard miles, me doing this kind of stuff. So I mean, that's pretty good. It's held up amazing. We've had 0 issues out of this quad whatsoever. Bulletproof so far. Yeah, we've had it in mainly sub-zero temperatures. I've rode this thing at -60 and just had a blast on it. So it can be done, and you know, that's just a testament to different places you're gonna have to have this thing in. If you're in Alaska, -60 is common. Some of these little little mini hill climbs. They're just little bitty hills, but they're kind of fun. I really like this front bumper because it's so short. The whole approach angle on this thing is really good. Now this just doesn't feel like the same quads I grew up on. I mean, my family had like, I think they had a King Quad 500, and it just didn't have the power that this thing has by a long shot. So quads have came a long ways, and I guess we should probably, I thought we put it in 2-wheel drive. I think we ended up bumping it into 4 again. Whatever. All right, let's see if we can get into some mud. We're gonna go on down to where this other little lake is, and around it, it's super muddy. Used to coming through here in the wintertime. This looks completely different. Oh yeah, muddy through here. Real muddy. She's not gonna be clean anymore. Oh. Super muddy. Yeah, that's one thing about Alaska. You know, it'll rain and then it's just like this for, you know, a week afterwards. Oh, got some snow, slush and mud. This right here was a whole lake last weekend. You can tell it's not as bad. I think we might need to hit that pretty hard so we can wash these things off. That right there is not really mud, it's just water sitting on top of this gravel. Wash that undercarriage off. But yeah, back to like the review side of things. This thing right here, super dependable. It's I mean, just very comfortable. I take the kids out riding on this thing all the time. The wife rides this thing with the kids, and it's just predictable. The power delivery is predictable, and you know, it's comfortable. My daughter loves riding on the back of this thing, and it keeps her planted in nicely. And I'm talking about like the younger one. She just stays planted in this thing. You don't really have to worry about your kids falling off the back like the old seats that some of the quads used to have, or you had to put those little boxes on the back. Well, you're not gonna have to do that with this one. The build quality, so just the build quality and it being tailored for 2-up riding versus just throwing a box on the back is just makes the fit and finish a lot better on this. It's exactly what it's made to do. It's no more just putting a box on and expecting your kids to stay nice and tight in there. look for my glove. I lost my glove along the trail somewhere here. Yeah, we'll do a top speed run on the way back, showing you what this thing's capable of as far as speed. Like, I believe the biggest reason I would get this quad if I was another consumer looking to get into one of these, I mean, literally just like I did, is the price. Yeah, it's a Chinese-made ATV, but you know, what isn't, honestly? I mean, there's so much stuff made in China. Yeah, I'm sure tariffs are gonna kind of tear these things apart, but you know, time will tell. I'm sure everything's gonna bounce back before long. You just never know. But I mean, this thing right here gives you so much bang for the buck. Probably the best value ATV you can get right now. Hands down, it's gotta be. There's nothing else that compares to it. My Can-Am XTP 850 costed me almost 16 grand. That's a lot of change. 16 grand. And honestly, this thing right here does everything that it can do. Maybe not as well. It's definitely got just as much power, but the sport mode isn't as punchy. The throttle response and stuff, but everything else is pretty much the same. Now the XTP has way better suspension. I mean, it's probably got 1,500 to 2 grand worth of suspension on it with the Fox Podium shocks. Whereas this one just has like old style shocks. Whoa! About got soaked on that one. But that is probably the biggest difference, but that's not saying this thing isn't smooth riding. It's just not as smooth as the XTP. I mean, this thing has the get up though. That's what you're looking for. I mean, very punchy. The steering on this thing is great too. I've heard a lot of people say that the steering on this is just not good. They've had a lot of issues. You know, for me, I think it's got excellent power steering on it. All those different modes. And it's like driving in a modern car. You got so many different modes to choose from. It just makes it to where you can tailor it to your liking. So if you like the steering to be very loose, like comfort mode, you can do that. If you like it to be stiff like a sport mode, you can tighten the steering up to match those needs. So it's very adaptable to whatever you want it to feel like. Very high revving engine. This thing really hits those RPMs. Bounces off the rev limiter. You know, I really like that, being able to run those higher RPMs. It's kind of like a sport tune feeling ATV. Guys, we're gonna head home. That's all for the ride. Just want to give you some thoughts and impressions after about 4 months of ownership on this thing, and putting some heavy use under this thing's belt. Just a great performing ATV, zero issues. And that seems to be a big consistent thing across the board, is a lot of people have just had nothing but good things out of these CFMotos. Chinese branded ATV, but hey, you know, it is what it is. If it's a good bang for the buck, why not go for it, you know? But time will tell. Time time will tell, but we'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and there's gonna be a lot more videos following with this ATV, so definitely check those out. We'll see you guys later.